cages, no doubt. You gon' get hit, kicked, knee knocked, and choked out. Undisputed pound for pound king. I swing for the bench, knock you out the whole ring. Hot off the press, yes, who wanna test the technique of a master who throw up on the chest. I guess an ex-worthy competitor so far below me, I can't see him or smell him, etc. Ahead of the rest of the.
Hi, welcome to the Rear Naked Choke Show. I'm Cap, your host. Today is Tuesday, March 30th. Thanks for joining us. Today on the show, we're happy to have Martin Kampmann, who'll be joining us, so stay tuned for that. Let's start by saying hello to Nikki. Nikki, how are you this week?
Hi, Tap. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Hey, Nikki actually came in the mail for you from Brewster. He's the moderator at the UFC.com forums.
Ooh.
It's a little gift that he sent you. So
Let's see.
it is the Team Giro shirt
Look, I love it.
by Kitsura. So
Very nice.
cool. All right, thanks, Brewster. Hey, we're going to be talking, so let's just get right started. We got a lot to talk about. UFC 111 was this past week, and then also we're going to talk a little bit about the UFC Fight Night. What you got as far as news and fight rumors for this week?
All right, we're going to start off with UFC 111. We have GSP won this past Saturday. He gets to keep his belt.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It's blazing up the blogs and threads, but you know what? He keeps his belt, another defense, and it wasn't the most exciting fight, but, you know, it wasn't that bad, in my opinion. I mean, the two arm bars that Hardy got out of were, you know, it kept the fight very interesting. So, good job, GSP. What else you got?
Carwin wins.
Yeah, you know, that was the fight I was most looking forward to see and how it played out. I gave it, and I did pick Carwin for fantasy. I gave it about a 51%, 49 for Mir. Really could have went either way, and you know, Carwin came out the winner. So he fights Brock, and it was interesting to see the little exchange between those two in the ring. So I really look forward to that fight actually. So, what else you got?
Our two New Jersey guys, Kurt Pellegrino and Ricardo Almeida, both won.
Yeah, you know, we'll throw that in there because we do film the show in Jersey.
New Jersey.
Almeida's gym is right up the street, so good job, Ricardo. Kurt Pellegrino showed a lot of heart. Really impressive win as well. So good job, guys, representing Jersey. What else you got?
Blogs and threads want to know who's next for GSP.
Like I said, GSP beating Hardy the way he did. Everybody's kind of curious who's next. Obviously, Daly's going to go next, and then after that, I really think at this point they should give him a challenge of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, whether it be Apollo Thiago. Martin Kampmann would also be good. So the winner of that fight, that could be the next fight for GSP. But also Ricardo Almeida. If you look at his history, he's a top Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. So really to kind of combat GSP's ground and pound, give him a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. That's my recommendation. What else you got?
UFC 111, Paul Harris handed disciplinary action.
Yeah, he did definitely hold that submission a little too long, in my opinion. It's fine to hold it until the ref stops the fight. That's what they're trained to do, and that's fine. But it did seem like he put a little extra crank on that leg after the ref tried breaking the submission up. So, I'm not against that. I think it should be a fine rather than a suspension because, he's got a 90-day suspension. He wouldn't be fighting in the next 90 days anyway. So it might be moot at this point. What else you got?
UFC Fight Night 21 will take place tomorrow, March 31st.
Yeah, another good card. We're getting a lot of MMA end of March, beginning of April. Kenny Florian, Gomi, that's a fight that a lot of people are looking forward to. So can't wait to see how that turns out.
Don't forget, following Fight Night is the premiere of The Ultimate Fighter. We'd like to thank UFC, SureDog, MMA Weekly, MMA Mania, and MMAJunkie.com for providing us the news that we reported today.
All right, welcome back to the Rear Naked Choke Show. On the show tonight, we have Martin, the Hitman Kampmann, with us. 16-3 in the UFC. Martin, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Martin, let's get started by, you were supposed to be fighting this Saturday. You had to pull out with I believe it was an eye cut injury. Is that the case?
Yeah, I got a real bad cut on where is it? It's this one right here. It's actually He's healing up pretty good, but you can still see a little bit. Got a scar here, going right here. I'm showing here in the camera. I was really looking forward to fight Ben Saunders, and I thought, it was a good fight for me, and I'm bummed out that it wasn't going to happen, but.
Well, it was going to be a good fight, but I got to say that the rumor has it, I'm sure you've heard it, that in June at 115 you might be fighting Paul Tiago, which is, I think, just as good as a fight for you.
Yeah, that's a great fight too, So, but then I have to wait all the way to June, though. I wanted to fight here, and I wanted to fight again in the summer. So.
I know, but I saw a picture, and that was a pretty nasty cut. So I guess there was nothing really you could do about pulling out of this event.
Yeah, shit happens. So, I'll be ready again.
Good deal. Yeah. Speaking of Tiago, he actually holds the same win over Volkman as you do. That was your last win. You had to be pretty happy that you finished that fight in the first round the way you did, and came out pretty unscathed. You look good.
Oh yeah. He caught me with a couple of stupid punches. No power really in him, but just some weird ass combination. I don't know, but it ended good. Overall, I was happy about the fight and happy I got the win.
And going back to the fight before that with Daly, that was your first loss at 170. I kind of felt that fight was stopped a little early. A lot of people in the forums and the blog community thought it was. What's your take on the ref stoppage of that fight?
Yeah, I definitely think the fight was stopped too early. I think I've been hurt before in some of my fights. Watched my fight against McFedrish. He knocked me down, and I was definitely hurt. Worse in that fight, and I came back and won it. Obviously I was rocked against Daly. He caught me with some good shots, and I was rocked, but. I was still standing, and I was still keeping my hands up, and I think they should let it go and see what happens.
Hey, I want to talk because I thought it was a great move when I heard you announce that you were moving to 170. But at 185, you did have some really impressive wins against Thales and McFedries and Rivera. What prompted the move to 170?
Oh, I've been people have been telling me for a long time. Ever since I started fighting UFC. That they think I should move down to 170 because I was pretty small for 185. I always been walking around like 185, 190. So that's kind of light for the guys right now fighting at middleweight and welterweight now. People are cutting so much weight. They're getting huge. So I was pretty much walking around the weight I was fighting at. So people have been telling me for a long time that. Yeah, you drop down and go welterweight, but I was still winning my fights. I was doing good at middleweight, so I thought no need to fix it. But I took a loss in middleweight, and I thought, okay, now maybe it's time to give it a try. Because it was something I've been considering for a long time, going down to welterweight. But
well, it's good because you look great at 170 in all your fights so far.
Thanks,
Martin. We do want to thank you for coming on the show. We know that you're getting ready for your next fight. Is there any websites we can help you promote? I was on your one site, martinkampmann.tv. Very cool site.
Definitely check out martinkampmann.tv. I'm starting to upload some more stuff on it. I just uploaded a video. I was doing a little workout with my boxing coach Gil. I'm going to try to put some more video up on it and from my training and when my training camps starts kicking into gear. So definitely check that out. martinkampmann.tv. Check it out.
Cool. And we're going to put a link of that on our website, as well as I think people can follow you also on Twitter and Facebook. We'll put links to that as well.
Yeah, do that for sure.
Martin, we want to thank you for coming on the show. We wish you nothing but success in the future. We'll be following you, rooting for you, and, Godspeed to you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show. Call me up anytime. Thanks for having me.
All right. There goes Martin. Thanks, Martin.
Thanks again, Martin, for coming on. We do wish you nothing but success in the future. It looks like you will be fighting Paul Tiago at UFC 115, so we hope you're successful in that fight. Nick, anything else for this week?
Not much. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's fights and the premiere of Ultimate Fighter, but make sure you guys add us on Facebook. The link is on our website, and we also have a fan page, so make sure you add that.
All right, Nikki, what else you got? Anything? We're good?
We're good. That's it.
All right, you putting your feet up?
I'm putting my feet up.
All right, that means the episode's over when Nikki puts her feet up. All right.
When I step in the cage, there's no doubt you're gonna get hit, kick me.